Yes, my dear students, we will continue with the previous concept, that is the third battle of Panipat, which was held in 1761 between the Marathas and Ahmad Shah Abdali. Yes, as we all know that Nadir Shah, who had come from Persia, invaded our India many times, and he had looted a lot of wealth from our India. For example, Kohinoor diamond, the precious Kohinoor diamond, peacock throne, and lot of wealth he had looted. And besides that, along with him, one of his general, Ahmad Shah Abdali, also attacked, invaded many times India, and he also had looted. Here, this Nadir Shah was the ruler of Persia. Afghanistan was a small part under the under his empire. So this Afghanistan also became as independent under Ahmad Shah Abdali. Ahmad Shah Abdali was the general of, who was appointed as the general by the Nadir Shah for Afghanistan. Later, Ahmad Shah Abdali brought Afghanistan, made Afghanistan as independent state. Just like how now we are discussing in our India, some of the rulers, how they have become as independent states. In the same way, Afghanistan under the leadership of Ahmad Shah Abdali became as an independent state. Now Ahmad Shah Abdali invaded the Mughal Empire a number of times between 1748 and 1767 and carried away a vast booty. Already Nadir Shah invaded many times and he looted. Again Ahmad Shah Abdali also attacked many times and he looted from India. In 1761, he conquered Punjab and marched towards Delhi, just like Nadir Shah. First, even Nadir Shah also did the same. During that time, Maratha influence extended up to Delhi. As we have discussed just previous concept, Marathas their influence were extended till in the east till Bihar and Odisha, in the north till Punjab, and in the south also till Arcot and Mysore. Right? Do you remember? So now Marathas influence was extending. At the same time, simultaneously Mughals had lost already their power, and these two have met at the battlefield of Panipat, who Ahmad Shah Abdali by marching towards Delhi, and these people by extending their influence and reached almost, they also reached till Punjab. These two met at the battlefield of Panipat, and there was a fierce battle, third battle of Panipat. A war between the two became as inevitable. Once again, the fate of this region was to be decided on the historic field of Panipat. In the third battle of Panipat, which was held in 1761, the Marathas were routed and many of their generals were killed along with thousands of soldiers. Here, why can you think logically? Already, as I have explained, there was a disunity amongst the Sardars. They were not listening to the Peshwa, and this Ahmad Shah Abdali was very powerful also. Their policy of, and one more thing, these Sardars were trying to capture their surrounding kingdoms, neighboring kingdoms, right? So neighboring kings also did not support to Maratha Sardars. So their policy of plundering the neighboring kingdoms had cost them dearly. Nobody, not even the Rajputs or Jats, came to help. The Marathas were forced to return to Deccan and their influence in the north declined in this way. Now, causes of the decline of the Marathas. Some important reasons for the decline of the Marathas are discussed below. First one, ineffective government. Just almost these are also same causes similar to the decline of the Mughals. You can see ineffective governance leading to fragmentation of power and loss of revenue. So here fragmentation is nothing but breaking into small pieces. So ineffective governance which led to the breaking the large kingdom into small pieces, and they had lost power of revenue also. That is one of the major cause. Another one, meritocracy being replaced by hereditary system. So same, the system which was introduced by Akbar, Mansabdari system, giving to the officials ranks based on the basis of merit. Later on it became as hereditary. Hereditary means it continued by the same family members, the son or other person, grandson, like that. The post or position or rank which would be given to the same family member, hereditary. Here it happened the same thing earlier, which was in the form of giving the positions basis on the merit, replaced by hereditary. So this also led to the decline of the Marathas. Third one, administrative control not keeping up with the growing empire. There was no control on the administration. That is what third reason. Next, guerrilla warfare. Do you remember this guerrilla warfare was introduced by Shivaji? What was guerrilla warfare? Hiding behind hills or caves and attacking the enemies, at the same time saving themselves, defending themselves. This guerrilla warfare was only effective in the hilly regions of Maharashtra, but not effective in the plains of the north. They could not succeeded in the plains. Only it is effective only in their regions where there were western Ghats, many hills were there in the Maharashtra. That region okay. But in the plains of the north, this guerrilla warfare could not be succeeded effective. These are the causes for the decline of the Marathas. Next one of the important princely state which became as independent state, that is Mysore. Mysore emerged as an independent state under a Hindu king Chikkakrishna Raja in the early 18th century. But one of his soldiers only, being an ordinary soldier, being a vice commander and administrator, who was known as Hyder Ali, an ordinary soldier, overthrew Chikkakrishna Raja and captured the throne in 1761. So although this Hyder Ali was not educated, although he was illiterate, he was an efficient commander, a good administrator and a wise ruler also. He trained his soldiers according to European military tactics. He began a series of successful campaigns and waged constant wars against the Marathas, the Nizam and the British also. He died in the Anglo-Mysore War in 1782 and was succeeded by his son known as Tipu Sultan, who strengthened the army, reconstructed the administration and later he posed the most serious challenge to the British power in India. Of course, most of our Indian rulers surrendered to British by different ways. You will learn about this in the further chapters. Our Indian rulers, kings, they themselves surrendered in different ways. But one of the important person, those who became as most challenging person to the British, the Tipu Sultan, became as most powerful and challenged to the British power in India. He also, like his father, he also strengthened the economy by encouraging agriculture, trade and industry. So he made many reforms. He made many reforms in the fields of agriculture, trade and industry, and he strengthened the financial power of Mysore. So he strengthened the economy. Economy means financial conditions he strengthened. So in this way, all the independent states, princely rulers became as independent states. As a result, this also was one of the causes which led to the decline of the Mughals. My dear students, please make a note. Maximum you can write. I will assign the notes to write in the assignment so that you can return the note. After writing the notes, take a pic and upload it in the assignment as a history assignment. You can upload it and submit it by Monday. Got it? Maximum 4 points you can mention about each question. In between, how did each princely rulers become as independent state? You can write about each ruler, how they become, and besides that you can add the question which is related here. Separate question, third battle of Panipat, you can write a separate question, and causes of decline of the Marathas, you can write a separate question. Other things you can write as each one. Bengal, how did it rise as independent state? Hyderabad, how did Hyderabad rise as independent state? In this way you can frame the questions. And what were the causes for the decline of the Mughals? Also one question you can make, maximum any 4 points, and submit them and submit the notes by Monday.